Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're taking a deep dive into a massive blind spot in commercial design. It's this space where aesthetics collide with a rather unexpected environmental challenge. As experts in this space, we know that if you manage commercial properties, if you're planning a rebrand, or if you're just pushing for stronger corporate sustainability, you absolutely need the real facts on how your physical branding is actually made. We're going to look at the hard data and we'll explore some cutting-edge technology that is literally shifting the industry standard right now. Okay, let's look at how we'll break this down today. First, we're going to uncover the hidden cost of vinyl. Then, we'll dive into the direct-to-wall solution. After that, we'll objectively compare the different wall covering methods, look at the best commercial applications, and finally, map out a greener branding future. By the end of this, you're going to know exactly what systemic issues are hiding on our walls, and more importantly, the exact solutions available to fix them. Let's get started. Section 1. The hidden cost of vinyl, a commercial blind spot.
So many modern businesses have incredibly strong sustainability and ESG goals, right? They're meticulously tracking their energy use, their waste, their supply chains, but they completely overlook what is literally covering their walls. So I want to pose this question directly to you right now. What is the hidden cost of your wall graphics? We walk past these massive, beautiful, branded walls every single day in offices, retail stores, hospitals, but we rarely stop and ask what they're actually made of. And honestly, it's a real wake-up call regarding our environmental footprint when we finally look beneath the surface.
Here is the reality check. Traditional vinyl wall wraps are fundamentally PVC-based plastic films stuck to the wall with solvent-based adhesives. And guess what? Conventional wallpaper often uses those exact same vinyl coatings. Because PVC doesn't biodegrade, we are effectively shrink-wrapping our commercial spaces in non-recyclable plastic. It's kind of like buying thousands of plastic water bottles just to decorate a hallway, only to throw them all in the trash a few years later.
And that creates what we call this brutal strip-and-replace cycle. Think about it for a second. Every time a company rebrands or, a retail store updates its seasonal graphics, what happens? The old material is aggressively ripped down. Wall repairs are almost always needed. And those heaps of adhesive-backed plastic and vinyl offcuts, they're just thrown away, constantly compounding landfill waste. The cycle just repeats year after year.
Moving on to Section 2, the direct-to-wall solution, eliminating plastic.
So how do we actually fix this? Well, the answer lies in the direct-to-wall solution. And I want to be super clear here. This isn't just, some new product on the market. We're looking at a total technological shift in commercial interior design that completely eliminates the need for plastic. Direct-to-wall printing is exactly what it sounds like. It's the process of printing incredibly high-resolution designs. We're talking 600 plus DPI, straight onto the wall surface. It utilizes low-VOC, PVC-free inks. By doing this, it completely removes the plastic film and that messy adhesive from the equation entirely. The wall itself literally becomes your canvas.
Now, what's really interesting here are the technical specs, because they show exactly why this is such a massive upgrade. First off, there is absolutely no PVC or plastic backing to end up in a landfill. The inks are UV cured and low VOC, which means you aren't dealing with strong fumes or long curing times. There's zero film or offcut waste during installation. It's entirely seamless, mostly because there's no paper to peel or lift in the first place, and it's highly cleanable. And incredibly, it installs in under 5 hours per wall. It is a highly efficient, sustainable, and durable result.
Let's move to Section 3, comparing wall covering methods and objective analysis. To truly understand the impact here, we need to get a bit clinical. As experts, if we want to be smart about our commercial spaces, we have to look at the data side by side. So let's compare the status quo against this innovation. The data really speaks for itself. With vinyl, your material is PVC plastic and adhesive. With direct-to-wall, it's just ink bonded directly to the surface, no film whatsoever. For waste, vinyl guarantees a trip to the landfill when it's removed. Direct-to-wall creates absolutely zero waste because, and this is great, you just paint over it. The inks used in traditional methods are often solvent-based compared to the low-VOC, PVC-free inks of direct-to-wall. And finally, seams. Vinyl and wallpaper have visible seams that are just waiting to lift over time. Direct-to-wall has none. It is functionally and environmentally superior for sure.
And this brings us to the starkest contrast in the entire life cycle of these products. When it's time to update your space, vinyl requires a messy strip and replace process. Direct-to-wall, on the other hand, utilizes a paint over and reprint method. By simply applying a fresh coat of paint over the old design, you permanently end the waste cycle. You're creating a completely closed loop. To quote the source material directly, because it really hits the nail on the head, direct-to-wall printing bonds the design to the wall. No plastic film, no adhesive backing.
Honestly, it is the ultimate streamlining of commercial branding.
Section 4. Best commercial applications. Where it works best. Now that we understand the tech, let's look at where industry leaders are actually deploying this to solve real-world design challenges. This technology solves unique problems across totally different environments. In corporate offices, it's a perfect way to meet strict sustainability commitments without sacrificing your aesthetics. In healthcare, it provides low-odor, highly cleanable surfaces that are just absolutely essential for high-hygiene environments. For retail, brands can execute bold graphic refreshes without generating piles of trash. Real estate properties use it for effortless updates to lobbies and amenities between leasing cycles. And in schools, it provides incredibly durable, scuff-resistant murals that are totally ready to be painted over when programs change.
Now, for the facility managers and accountants tuning in, I know exactly what you're thinking. Does going green cost a fortune? Well, the answer is no. Direct-to-wall printing offers highly competitive upfront pricing compared to quality vinyl. But the real game changer is that it costs less over time. Because you completely eliminate that messy strip and repair phase, there are zero removal fees, zero disposal fees, and anyone who has ever had to patch damaged drywall knows how much of a headache that saves. You just save money long term.
Finally, Section 5. A greener branding future. Making the switch.
Let's summarize the ultimate value proposition here. The key takeaway from our explainer today is super simple. You no longer have to choose between stunning, large-format graphics and your eco-friendly practices. You literally get all the bold impact with a significantly smaller environmental footprint. If you're ready to bring this level of sustainability into your own space, this cutting-edge service is provided by Coast Mural Pros. You can reach out to them directly at +1 914 338 8270 to schedule a site visit and explore exactly how it fits your specific space.
I want to leave you with this final, somewhat provocative thought to chew on as we wrap up. How does your current commercial branding align with your sustainability goals? Seriously, take a look at the walls in your lobby, your office, your retail space. Are they actually helping you meet your environmental targets, or are they quietly just adding to the landfill cycle? It's time to evaluate our spaces and adopt a smarter, cleaner solution. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I really look forward to exploring more industry-shifting insights with you next time.